Hey.
Hello, all you wonderful fools. It's time for the Mizzah Tee Show.
Here we go, let's start the show. Hosted by Mizzah Tee. Nintendo video games, all the favorite ones for me. News and reviews, some gameplay too. Battling drones is what I do. Mine's it, ZIH is the show by Mizzah Tee. It's the show by Mizzah Tee.
Hey there, fools.
Big T, and I'm back with another video. This video is about Starlink Battle for Atlas for the Nintendo Switch. It is an excellent game. I'm going to do an unboxing, and then I'm going to talk about my playtime with the game thus far. I can't do gameplay just yet because my capture card fried. I had too many consoles, I guess, hooked into it at one time, and it just fried on me. So I do have one in my PC, and so when I figure out how to use it for my consoles, then I'll use that. But so I'll just have some gameplay, some random gameplay, while I talk about the game at the end. But enjoy the unboxing, and then we'll get into what I love about this game. I have the starter pack here with Fox's R-Wing, and I still don't even know who the main character is in the game, because once I heard Starfox, none of that mattered. So obviously this is the main character guy. See if his name's on the side. Yes, Mason Rana, or Rana, I don't know how you say it, but Fox McCloud, that's what it was all about. Sorry, Mason. And yeah, so let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy. This is what you have on this side, little character profiles, and also the weapons, and then the R-Wing itself. And this is what's on the other side. Just get a look at it. Shows you how to set it up. Alright, there's no tape. Oh, okay. I didn't see the tape. I was surprised by that. So let's see if we can open this without making a mess of the box, because I like my boxes. So let's pop that open. Go ahead. Oh, slide it out. I believe what just fell is a nice poster. I don't know if I'm going to open that up yet or not, but here is everything else. Here is the game with that lovely border that tells you need to download something, which everybody loves. My Fox figurine. So you can get a close-up shot of that about right there. So you can see it has, you know, for being such a for being such a small figurine, it not too bad detail on it there. So there he is with his hero pose. I believe this is a flamethrower based on the little flame looking thing coming out the front of it. So there's that. Seems to be some kind of ice laser blaster or something, some kind of ice blaster beam or something with the little snowflake symbol on it. Snowflake. The ship, the lovely R-Wing. I actually do like this design. Let's get a close-up shot of the R-Wing. And yeah, I like it. I like it. This is the best looking, to me, original design. That is design not made like from Nintendo, like the Starfox Assault one. I didn't care too much for. Look too alien, look too insect-like. So I really like this. It's pretty cool. Oh, that wasn't as hard as I thought. Looks like what you do here. Take these grips off. You take your Joy-Cons and you slide them down into here, like so. Alright. And then you take your figurine and you put it in there. Everything seems to click into space or place, which is good. Alright. And then the R-Wing itself, I believe you just kind of lay it down on top of Starfox or whatever pilot you have, and you have that. And this actually is not as bad as it probably looked. I don't think I'd have a problem playing it this way at all, which I plan on doing, because again, I like to play, at least initially, I like to play whatever game the way the developers intended. So they intended me to play like this, and it's not uncomfortable at all. Like occasionally the back of my palm wants to, or the back of my thumb wants to hit this wing, and the wings do detach, so you can add different wings to, your R wing here once you get them, if you get them. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's not as heavy as I thought it might be, which is good. This feels not much heavier than a Pro Controller. Let's compare. Yeah, it's not much heavier than the Pro Controller, so that's cool. But yeah, there it is, all attached and everything. It wasn't too big of a problem or too hard to do. There it is, Battle for Atlas. Let's play the damn thing. So there it was, guys. There was the unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, you guys may have seen my tweets recently about the game. I talked about how using the game on the using the Joy-Cons and the grip that comes with the game. This is actually a grip that comes with the game, as you saw earlier. And just playing with it like this doesn't feel bad at all. It actually feels pretty good in my hands. The weight is fine. I said it's comparable to the Pro Controller in my tweet, and it's pretty much comparable weight-wise to that. Doesn't feel like it's gonna cramp after a while. And I played this game for like 4 hours straight, and I almost had to call in for work because I was so tired. Yeah, I'm on that little kid stuff right now because of this game. But yeah, like I really like playing it this way. This is how the developers want it to be played. So I like to do that when I can, play the game the way the developers designed it to be played. And so and if it doesn't like hinder me too much, then I'll do that. And this is the way I'm going to play the entire game. Because on the fly you can pull out your weapons, switch them out and all that good stuff, and it happens in real time and all that. I don't know how long it took before I realized that these extended like that. So you have that. And yeah, so talk about the game itself. It's pretty much everything I was expecting No Man's Sky to be. That was the only reason I even followed that game, is because it was talking about things that I really liked in gaming, which is kind of that exploration mixed with space shooter, mixed with resource collecting and upgrading from that. And so it had all those ideas anyway, for a game that I was really excited about. Obviously the game came out and it was pretty underwhelming. A lot of people say it is where it should be right now. That is, I'm talking about No Man's Sky. It's finally where it should have been from day one, and I was just kind of turned off to that game, so I didn't even try after that. But Starlink is all those things that I wanted in a package of Starfox, and not overly taking itself too serious, not overly being too deep, but the depth was surprising in the gameplay, and so was the story. Like, I actually found myself caring about the characters. The characters are all well designed. They have really good voice acting. The voice acting is really good. It's very Saturday morning adventure sounding, and I love that about this game. One of the many aspects I loved about Starfox from the beginning was it reminded me of this cartoon called Bucky O'Hare, and there's no way that Miyamoto made Starfox and was not influenced by Bucky O'Hare. There's too many similarities with Bucky O'Hare being the main space pilot. So there's like, oh, that's kind of peppy. And then there's the people that they're against are the Toads. They're kind of racist against Toads in this cartoon. And obviously Slippy is a Toad. So they kind of mixed some things up the way you couldn't tell. But like even the art style of the early Starfox games reminded me of Bucky O'Hare. So if you know about that cartoon, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, like it just has that, and it has like these beautiful worlds to explore. Now there is some weird kind of texture pop in occasionally, more than I would like, and hopefully they can patch that out and get rid of that. I'm sure they probably pushed the Switch version to get it done day and date, because it's the version that's going to sell the most. It's pretty obvious, especially with the Starfox story stuff, and it is really well woven into the game. I don't know where the game ends and like the Starfox stuff begins, because it seems like it was part of this game from the beginning. I had the idea that this was probably a pitch from Ubisoft for them to do a Starfox game, and maybe Nintendo turned it down. But I don't see why, because this is where Starfox needs to evolve into, with some more elements. Not exactly this game, but this game is a step in the right direction for Starfox, and I hope Nintendo takes note. Similar to how Aonuma said he took notes and ideas from the Hyrule Warriors games for Zelda. I hope that whoever develops the next Starfox game at Nintendo takes ideas from Starlink for the next Starfox game, because this is where Starfox needs to go, in this direction. Get really involved with the characters. Let's step away from Andros for this game, the next game, and give us like a bigger kind of narratively driven, bigger story. Not too crazy, but think like even Jet Force Gemini, where it had that light humor, it had the the cartoony characters, but it still had like this overarching kind of nemesis in Mizzah and his whole armada that took over the galaxy. So I think Starfox needs to get more intricate with that stuff. Do some online, obviously. That's what fans have been wanting forever. Some online co-op missions, or just online dogfighting, or both. But definitely this style, the progression kind of RPG setup to Starlink, which is again a surprisingly deep game. It's not like it's a crazy deep game, but it's way deeper than I thought. This is not Skylanders in space, so don't think this game was built around the game first, and then they encompassed like the Toys to Life thing. I really believe that. I feel like they focused on making a game first, and that's one of the things I couldn't get into about the Skylanders games, that they're really pretty to look at, but they're not that deep. They never hold me. In this game, the minute I turn it off, I think about, I want to go do this, or I want to go do that, and mine this kind of element and see what I can get when I take it back to the base, and see what I can exchange it for, what kind of weapon. This game I'm constantly thinking about. I've only had it like a day and a half, and it's on my mind, and that's what a good game does for me, is that I keep thinking about it. So I'm loving this game, and I don't see that changing. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen that's going to change how I feel about this game. And yes, Starfox needs to go in this direction. Listen, Nintendo, please. This is what you need to do with Starfox. If you don't know what to do, and you kind of don't know what direction you want to go in with Starfox, the fan base is still there. There's still fervor for Starfox. There's just something about the Starfox characters and the those animals piloting spaceships, and that whole aesthetic to it that really draws people in. They love it. They're passionate about it. And if you give us a game of Starfox that's built like this, like maybe instead of having the upgrades, maybe you obviously for land, I don't know, if maybe you don't want to run around, okay, well then give us the land master to traverse the land, basically the stuff you were doing in Star Fox Zero, but in this world, in this gameplay setup. So do it, Nintendo. All right, guys, thank you for watching and listening. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it. If you got the game, how you feeling about it, let me know in the comments down below. I'm enjoying it, so I would like to see what you guys think about it. So thanks again for watching and listening, and now see you fools next time. Peace out.